Hello everybody and welcome back to another My Porch Prints tutorial. Today we are going to continue with our very vintage planner journal, and we've already done January, so if you haven't seen that video I will make sure to link that down below if you are curious. And today we are going to go ahead and get started with February since we figured people might be looking for a few more ideas and we just wanted to help inspire you a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some pieces that I've already sort of sorted out for today. These are sourced from various kits just out of our scrap box, so you can use anything you'd like. I think like this main page with the letters on it came from like the Books and Wildflowers kit, and we had some like different ephemera kits. I think like this pink piece came from the baby girl journal, so I will try to find those kits and link them down below, but don't be afraid to use scraps from things you already have. And I'm also going to take a little bit of ribbon here down at the bottom, and we're going to be using this to help decorate. It's okay if you don't have the exact same ribbon as me, just use whatever you have. And I'm also taking this journal word from the Very Vintage kit, and I've given it a little ombre using some pink distress ink, and taking one of the labels, I'm just going to make sort of like a little border for it. And I also took another label, the February one, with a bit of distress ink and some decorative ribbon to make a border for that as well. And then I've got this little note clip I'll be using here in the top left corner, so I'm just going to give a little border around this little pink scrap that I have, and that'll sort of finish up everything that we need to decorate. So I'm going to set everything aside for now, and I'm going to start gluing things down. So for this ephemera piece I went ahead and cut off the extra because I didn't want to waste it. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down along this right edge here. And then taking this page, I'm going to go ahead and accent the torn edge with a little bit of Victorian Velvet Distress Oxide, just to help it stand out. And glue that down on top, kind of smoothing it out here, making sure everything is nice and clean. And then I'm going to glue down this little corner piece here. And you could make this a pocket if you wanted to. I'm just going to go ahead and glue it flat. And then let's go ahead and add that ribbon. And I'm going to go ahead and work on this little piece up here. So I was kind of changing my mind as I worked. I was sort of just, doing things as I went here. So I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit more of that Victorian velvet around the edge of this piece, as well as the little pink square that goes in the middle here, just to help it sort of pop a little bit more. And I'm just going to glue those together and then glue that down to the page like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and work down in this bottom left corner for a little bit here. And I'm just using some rose stickers that came with the kit. We went ahead and just printed them out on sticker paper to make the stickers. And I'm going to be making like a little flower box sort of situation. So I just kind of eyeballed where I wanted the roses to go, using about 3 of them, sticking them down like this. And then I'm going to go over this little flower box with a bit of distress ink, which this color was a bit darker than I initially thought it was, but that's okay. I'm just going to go along with it anyway. Kind of rolling with the punches today. And I think that color is it antique linen, I think is what it is. So again, we will have links to all of these items down below if you are interested in using them. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue down that little journal word on top of our flower box that we made. All right, just like that. And then I'm going to add one of our little faded photos that come with the kit up here, and then also a little ephemera piece and a butterfly sticker. So I'm just going to layer all of those how I would like them to be. And again, this is just sort of to give you some inspiration. You don't have to do exactly the same thing. It's entirely up to you. I kind of like doing like the little layer pattern here, large to small. It kind of gives it a nice layered texture. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and glue the February down and add a couple of these little pink stick-on pearls that I have right along that torn edge. And then a few more stickers just to kind of make things look nice, like this little typewriter here. And then we also have these specimen stamps that we got recently. So I'm gonna use a few of these on the page. So just adding a couple of little stamps here and there. To finish the bulk of our decorating for the front cover, the last little thing we're going to do is take our February tab for this month, and we're just going to fold that over, and I added a little bit of pink distress ink. Again, that is entirely optional. And we're going to stagger it just slightly below January like this. And once you have it where you want, you can go ahead and glue that down. And I'm going to be leaving this opposite page blank for today, but you could certainly decorate it if you wanted to, maybe adding like some personal photos from January or something like that. Again, entirely up to you. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and flip to these next couple pages and just do some quick decorating for the weeks of February. So to do that, the kit already comes with these like weekly pages that you can print out and use. And I'm going to give them some borders, again, just using up that pink paper I have, as well as some of this like striped pink paper, which again, I think this one is from the Books and Wildflower kit, not entirely sure. And I'm just going to go over those with a little bit of that Victorian velvet and just sort of cut out a border. I didn't measure anything, I just kind of eyeballed what I liked for these. So going ahead and just gluing everything down and flattening them out. Same thing for the other side, just a different paper. Just like this. And then I'm going to be taking some more of those little pink pearls, the stick-on ones, and just adding them right next to the days of the week here. And then taking some of those stickers that we printed out from the kit, I'm just going to be adding those, some little labels and things like that, just doing a little bit of general decorating. And you'll see I'm kind of jumping around here because I ended up changing some stuff later. So I'll kind of talk about that a bit more, but you can see like I was having some issues with the stamps not turning out quite right. So it's okay to make mistakes. You might have to cover some stuff up later. Like I accidentally stamped the first couple days of the week and then realized that the first is on Wednesday. So I covered them up with stickers, and then I went a little crazy and added too many stickers. So I decided to tear some off and try to salvage what I could from this. I just ended up tearing the pages and just not really liking what I was doing. So I tore off as many stickers as I could to try to reuse, to redecorate. And I ended up just printing out another one of those weekly pages, going over it with distress ink, and then gluing it down on top of the work I already did, just to kind of give me a new base to start over with. And it's really important to, you know, not give up on a project when you're struggling. There's always ways to fix it. So try your best, and it's okay if you need to start over. I tore out an entire page earlier when I was decorating and just completely started from scratch. So, you know, it happens. It's okay. Just take a breath and try again. So this time I'm going in with a couple of different elements, using some of the stickers from before. I just sort of rearranged them to cover up those first days of the week since we don't need them. Going over stuff with distress ink and just kind of redecorating in a new way that I liked a little bit more. Gluing them down, making sure they are nice and flat. Covering up any little mistake items. That's kind of the nice thing about junk journaling, you know. It's meant to be a little bit homemade looking, so it's okay to have a few little mistakes here and there. And we're going to finish it up by adding some stamped numbers, and I recognize that my stamping is not the best. I will try to get better. It's kind of my first time using these, so I will improve. But anyway, that is going to finish up these weekly pages. All right, I think that is going to finish today's video, so thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next tutorial. All right, happy crafting! Bye!